Namaste students. Welcome again to the story of village Palampur. Already we have discussed many things about the story of village Palampur, right? So we discussed what kind of village Palampur is and for what reason we are learning about the story of village Palampur. So what is the basic need of learning village Palampur? In the sense it gives a basic idea about the production, how it will take place in all other regions. So in the introduction itself we have learned that Palampur has two types of activities, that is farm activities and non-farm activities, and also we learned about how organization of production has been take place in village Palampur. So the production will be based on land, which will be the first requirement, and labor, and along with this the third requirement is capital, which is very much essential. The capital has been subdivided into two particular. The physical capital is subdivided into two parts, that is fixed capital and working capital, and the next is human capital. Human capital is very much essential to put all three factors together and to produce things. And farming in Palampur will take place on some basic factors, that is land is fixed, that already we have discussed, and we also discussed how the more crops has been grown on the same land by using different methods, and that already we have discussed. And through this a green revolution also occurred, and it witnessed such a great result in India. And through green revolution, what kind of effect has been occurred on land? Will the land sustain? On the basis of whatever the fertilizers or chemicals are using, will the land sustain? About this also we have learnt already, right? So after this, the next point that we are going to learn is how who will provide the labor. So actually agriculture is the main activity in the Palampur. So how the laborers will be provided? So in the families, most probably the family members will cultivate in their own land. If landless people are there, in the sense they will work on others' land, and instead of that they will get money. And how land is distributed? In Palampur, about 1/3 of 450 families are landless. For example, 150 families, and most of them, they are Dalits and they don't have land for cultivation. So what they will do? They will go for others' farms and they will work there and they will get wages. And remaining families of 250 families, they cultivate only less than 2 hectares of land. According to this, we discussed one small story yesterday, right? And then a few of large farmers have land extending over 10 hectares or more in Palampur. So along with this, these people will be giving more and more work to the people, along with that wages. And however wages are giving, this village won't be not according to the government orders. And after this, which let's discuss the non-farm activities which will be taken by Palampur people. So in that, the first activity is dairy farm. Dairy is common activity of people of non-farming category. Usually the milk and other dairy products can be sold at neighboring cities and towns to get good profit. This is the main occupation for people in rainy season in Palampur. So main probably those who don't have more land in the sense the larger area to cultivate, they have another activity which is known as non-farm activity, that is dairy farm. Then comes the small scale manufacturing. At present, less than 50 families are engaged in manufacturing. In Palampur, manufacturing involves very simple production methods and is done on a small scale. These are done with help of family members, and along with agricultural produce what they are getting, this will help them very much to run their families and to get assistance for their families. The next activity is shopkeeping. People involved in trade are not many in Palampur. Only some people have involved in the shopkeeping activity. The traders of Palampur are shopkeepers. We can see small general stores which sell a whole range of rice, wheat, sugar, tea, oil, biscuits, notebooks, soap, toothpaste, batteries, pens, pencils, and even some cloth materials. Through this, by selling this, they can earn some profit, and it can be used for their family. Okay, after this, transport activity is a fastly developing sector in in the Palampur. So most probably there are variety of vehicles in Palampur ranging from traditional vehicles of transport which we have discussed in earlier itself to the modern vehicles. There are rickshaws, tangas, jeeps, tractors, trucks, traditional bullock carts, etc. The ferry people carry goods to one place to another, and the number of people involved in transport has grown over the last several years. According to this, you have one particular small story and how the people of Palampur will take this particular activity as their livelihood. Here there is one person called Kishora. You just go through the story while you are going